Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys. Wanted to just share something with you guys that I'm sure everyone in the trading world hopefully was able to benefit from this very nice gold drop. I'm just telling you, I'm not sure. They say that the Dow is up 250 points. That is why the dollar did a nice recovery. All that fancy stuff is really cool, and that's good information and great knowledge to even have. But I want to show you guys this is what the hour looked like, the hour window. If a person was trading in the hour window, that is what you saw. That was one of our entries. You were in this trade until you got a closed candle the opposite direction. You would be up 200 and something pips right now. Okay. Since yesterday, it's been the gold has been doing a nice move. So that's 377 pips. Had a nice little pullback of about 60 to 100 pips. It was ranging yesterday. Day before. Yesterday was ranging. The day before was a nice drop. And it ranged on Wednesday. And then, of course, Thursday gave a nice drop. So who knows what it's going to do on Friday. But we don't trade the 1 hour. Guys, we trade the 1 minute window. Literally spend all of our time in the 1 minute. We spend all of our time in the 1 minute. So let me share with you what took place today. We have a trade window. We trade a window. All right. There it is. This green line is the start line. All right. So when I got up, I saw this line. I looked left. I saw that I was a seller. I just saw literally 9 candles. So 9 minutes ago, I got a what? Bearish re-entry. These small arrows are your re-entry. Your big arrow is your main entry / exit. So when I saw this 9 candles ago, I said, I'm going to jump in this trade. All right. Because once I get in this trade, I'm in this trade until I. So guys, once again, I'm sorry about that. I had to pause real quick. That's my entry. Look left, saw that I was a seller, took the trade. I'm in this trade until I reach here, or I acquire a total of 100 pips. Once I'm at 100 pips collectively, meaning all of my re-entries, once they total up to 100 pips, the next arrow opposite, it could be a re-entry or main. Once I'm at 100 pips, I am looking to exit that trade on the next re-entry arrow opposite of my entry. Let me explain. That is my entry. I start my trading on the 12 o'clock candle. I saw 9 candles ago. I was a seller re-entry. I took the trade. I'm in this trade. Boom. Right here. I end up getting in the trade right here. Started, look left, I'm in. All right, so that's the first trade. That trade dropped 28 pips, pulled back. That is not an exit. As long as I don't get a big blue, I'm still in this trade. Then I got a second re-entry, took the trade again. It actually came on this candle right here. Took a trade. Now I'm in it again. She pulled back again. And actually on this candle here, it took again. I took a third position. So as you can see, I'm in this 3 times. So let's do the math. Position number 1, 46 pips by the time of 38 pips. Position number 2, 26 pips. So is that 38 and 26? That is 64. This position right here was 20, 23. So that was a total of 87 pips. So I'm not at 100. So then guess what? I end up catching this trade here, or actually it pushed down here, another 6 pips. From here, I'm trying to do some crazy math. It was close to 100 pips. So I end up getting out this trade here, and I end up exiting probably about 60 pips. So that was 60 pips on that first trade. So then we took this trade right here for a buy. Close, entry number 1. All right, at its peak, it went 25, 29. So at its peak, it went 29 here. Here's another one. That went 29, that's 33. 33 and 29 is 62. That trade right here, peak, went another 30. Guys, that was 90 pips in 3 positions, but I wasn't done because we hadn't hit 100 pips yet. All right? We hadn't hit 100 pips. That was not 100. These 3 positions didn't hit 100. So when I entered this trade here and we started going up, that's when I had hit 100 pips. So once we entered this trade right here, this candle right here closed out all those trades, because by the time I entered my 4th position here, it was up over 25 pips and I was already at 92. So 25 with the 92, which those, guys, that was 117 pips. So by the time I exit, I think it was like 10 something. So add that. That's another 103. I'm still trading, not because I hit 100, I'm closing for the day, but I'm trading because I trade from a certain time. And I just keep trading. So I took this sale. So I want y'all to see that it wasn't all smooth hundreds and massive pips. So I took this position here, 1 position, it pulled back on me, and I took a 7 pip loss. All right, so -7. Then I took the buy. It was here. Then it played me. I had lost another 9 pips. Then I took the sale, and guess what? Got played a little bit. I think it came right there. So it was another -6. So 3 positions, 3 entries, but they were only 1 position at a time. Why? Because I only take re-entries on the re-entry arrows. Now, how this arrow showed up here when it was really here, I'm just going to say that this arrow was here. So we entered here for a buy at the peak. It went 30 something pips. Second position was here. That arrow jumped way back there. Don't know why. Something in the programming, but it moved pretty hard. So the second position went another one. So both positions was about 50 pips up. But I stayed in that trade. And by the time I got into this third position actually gave me a loss. So that was 19 pip loss there. And I had broke even on the other 2 positions. Okay. So right now I'm still trading. So as you guys can see, I had to put these lines here because when I refreshed the screen, the arrows disappeared. But this was my entry for the sale. This was a re-entry. This was another re-entry. This was another re-entry. And then of course, this was my, I don't know why. No, that wasn't no re-entry. I think it was, oh, it was right here. There it is. So 1 re-entry, 2 re-entries, 3 re-entries, and my last re-entry. Guys, those are all were re-entries from here. So 1 trade, 2, 3, 4, 5 entries. All right. So let's do the math. I exited the first initial trade right here. This arrow was actually here. It closed, price pushed down, it disappeared and went here. So this was my exit. I think that's what that line was for. That was my exit. I got out of all the trades here because I told you once I reached 100 pips, the next arrow, I don't care, re-entry, whatever, next closing arrow opposite direction of my trade, which most likely would be a re-entry, I am exiting that trade. So all trades exit right here. So let's do that math. That's 89. 92. 86. 85. And 79. Some of the team members, they just kept riding it because they said they're not getting out until they get an opposite arrow. Again, I'd already had my day. This was the end of it. So guys, I can't even do the math. I got to pull my calculator out for this. This is all in the 1 minute window. 89 plus 92 plus 86 plus 85 plus 79. So guys, another 431 pips on just this 70 or 92 pip drop from where I got out of the trade. But because we had re-entry arrows right here, I was able to take 1, 2, 3, 4 additional positions, all exiting right here, because once I'm over a total of 100 pips, I exit the trade on the next arrow the opposite direction. So what is my total pips for today? Drum roll, please. At 431 plus 60 plus 103. So 594 pips. And then I had some losses. I had a -7 loss. I want y'all to hear those. -9 pips, -6 pips, -19 pips. So net pips today was 553 pips. And that was when the market was trending. Nice trend down. That was the same trade that people took right here. So if you took this trade in an hour, you made good money, 233. We have a system to allow you to do these trades in the 1 minute window with a strategy behind it, and that would have been over 500 some pips. Some of you would have been way more than that, because when I got out here, price still has dropped another 70 something pips. So if I would have held all of those positions, just throw 70 something pips or another 350 pips on top of that. Absolutely crazy. Guys, you want to get your hands on this system. It is pretty powerful. This was just one day. We actually did a video showing you the ranging market. When it was ranging, we still made money. This is the 1 minute. You can do this in the 5, the 30, the hour. We have a strategy for the 4 hour and the daily. Guys, get your hands on the system. It will do some amazing things for your life. All right, take care. Peace.